If you have seen my last video, I used an AI voice API called Retell AI. I like it a lot because it's fast and it lets you control what's happening during the conversation. So I'll explain to you in this video how to set it up if you want to play with it on your own computer. And also all the instructions will be available in my resource page. The link will be in the description. So this will be a tutorial video if you only want to play with the tool. However, if you want to deploy it in a real scenario, then this will require more advanced stuff that is not covered in this video. For now, Retell AI can be installed on two types of servers, Python server or Node.js server. We'll use the Python server in this tutorial. Also, I'll show you this using Windows, but if you're on a Mac, it should not be that different. So the first thing that you want to do is to install Python. So we'll go ahead and open the official Python website. So the web page to download Python is at python.org/downloads. I would advise you to actually download the latest version that you can see here. So just click on this button and it should start downloading Python for Windows. Then you should simply click on the downloaded file and it should be very straightforward to install Python. I will not do it right now because I already have Python installed, but yeah, it should be very easy to install. By the way, if you have Python already, make sure to upgrade it in case you have an outdated version. You can check your Python version by opening the command line on Windows or the terminal on Mac and then type in Python here. You will see this version of Python that you have. So for me, I have Python version 3.10.6. You can Google the release date. For me, it was released in 2022. I think it's not that old, but just to be on the safe side, it's better, to install the latest version of Python. So now we want to install some Python libraries that are required to run everything. The first step will be to go to my resource page and then to download the zip file that I made available and to unzip it somewhere. And then once you unzip it, you just go to that folder and then you right click here and then you click on open in terminal. Then you will write the following: pip install -r requirements.txt. It will start downloading. Of course, it should not look like what you're seeing right now because I already have installed it, but it should start downloading and installing everything required for Retell AI to run properly. Retell AI gives you the freedom to connect to Twilio, which means you can configure your own numbers, which means you need to create a Twilio account. So go to twilio.com and then here you should create your own Twilio account. Once you're in your account page, you should buy a phone number. So in order to buy a phone number, you should click here, then manage, then buy a number. So here, of course, you can choose whatever number you want and then you just click buy and then you follow the instructions for you to be able to buy it. Now we need the code editor from where we can read and execute some Python code. I would advise you to use VS Code, Visual Studio Code. So if you don't have it already, you can get it via this link, code.visualstudio.com/download. And then if you're on Windows, you should just click on this button. But if you're on Mac, you should just click here. Once it is downloaded, you just have to click on it and the installation should be super straightforward. Of course, if you prefer to use another code editor, no need to download and install VS Code. So once VS Code is installed, you just open it. And then later on we'll have to execute some Python code. So we need to enable actually VS Code to be able to execute Python, which means we need to install some additional extensions. So here are the extensions that you should install. You have first Pylons, then Python, then Python debugger. And in order to install them, you just look for them in this search bar here. For example, if I want to install Python, write it here and then once you find it, you should just click on this install button. Now we need to download and install a tool called Ngrok. Its purpose is to let Twilio and Retell AI access your local server. So just Google here download Ngrok and then click on the first link. Click on Windows and then here you just click on download. Once you download it, just unzip it somewhere and then run it. So normally you should see a message somewhere complaining that you need an auth token. So what you need to do is to go back to Ngrok website and get your own auth token. So for you to get your own auth token, you should just log in to your Ngrok account, and then you click here, and then you should see it here. So actually this authentication token will allow Ngrok to identify your account basically. So what you can do is just to copy this line here, and then here instead of this token here, you should place your own token actually. So it should say something like auth token saved to configuration file. Now you should create your own Retell AI account. To do that, you just click here, and then you just create your account here. I would advise you to just use Google, to create your account. It's much faster that way. So once you are in Retell dashboard, you should just click on Add Agent. Then you call it whatever you want. Then here you can choose which voice you want the agent to use. You will notice that there are two pricings. For now, I just advise you to go ahead and use one of the 11 Labs models. Now, using VS Code, you want to open the folder where you have the code that you downloaded. So to do that, you click on File, then you click on Open Folder. You should end up with this view here. Now the most important file to configure is this .env file. So here you should put your OpenAI API key. You should just write it here. You can leave this field empty because this is not mandatory. For the Twilio account ID, you actually have access to it in your Twilio account. This is the one that you should be seeing here. So you just copy it and then you paste it here. For the Twilio auth token, you just have to access it here. So you just click on copy here and then you paste it. Next is the Retell API key. So in your Retell AI dashboard, you just click on API keys. Then you just copy it here and then you paste it. Now for the Retell agent's ID, this is the ID of the agent that you just created. You should just copy it here and then paste it here. By the way, for all the API keys that you see here, as well as the auth token, be mindful about where do you write them, because you don't want somebody else to authenticate instead of you. Now, before writing something in this Ngrok IP address, we should do something before. First, you open the command line, and then you write this command, Ngrok HTTP 8080. So something like this will appear, and you will have your Ngrok address here. You will just copy it, and then you paste it here. Of course, make sure there is no space here. By the way, this window should stay open. I mean, as long as you want your bot to be running, this window here should not be closed. Now we need to set up the rest. So first you should go back to your Retell AI dashboard, and here we should write something in this custom LLM URL. So what you will be writing there is almost the same as your Ngrok address. However, instead of the HTTPS, we will be writing WSS, and after this address, we will be writing /LLM-WebSocket. I will show you. So for this to be easy on me, I just, first paste the address here, and then here I just, go here, and then I write WSS, and then here I just write /LLM-WebSocket. Then you just copy everything and you paste it here. That way Retell AI can connect to your local web server. Now you should open the server.py file, and then here in this place you should actually write your phone number, like the Twilio phone number that you just bought. You should find your phone number here under active numbers, so you just click on it and your number should appear here. So make sure to write your number in this format with the plus here and all your numbers. Don't include any spaces or like brackets or dashes, just this format. Now you should open the folder where you have those Python files. So in order to do that, I just like to right click on any file here and then click on Reveal in File Explorer. Then you should right click and then click on Open in Terminal. So a new terminal window will be opened, and then you should write this command. Don't worry guys, I will write all the instructions in the files that you will be able to download. Then you press enter. So if everything worked well, you should see something starting with register phone agents and then started server process, waiting for application startup, and then application startup complete. And by the way, this window should stay open as well. Let's test an inbound call for this. You can call the number that you bought on Twilio and it should work. Depending on the prompt that you set here, the agent might say something different. But if you download my code, the agent will actually take an order for a pizza. If you want to monitor the transcript in real time, you should just keep the UV corner window open as I'm having right there. Okay, so now I will call it.
AI, how can I help you?
Hey, I would like to order a pizza, please. What kind of pizzas do you have?
We have BBQ chicken, garlic chicken, and chicken tikka pizzas.
Okay, I would like to go for barbecue BBQ chicken pizza. What kind of toppings do you have?
We have olives, mushrooms, caramelized onions, and eggplants.
Okay, then I will go for caramelized onions toppings, please.
Great choice. Anything else you'd like to add to your order?
No, I'm fine. Thank you very much. So yeah, that was pretty much it, and it worked. Now let's test an outbound call. That same Twilio number that you bought, you can make it call you actually. And I added this Python file so that you can do just that, and we'll actually be executing this Python file, and if you install the right Python extensions, you will see this play button here, and this is the button that is used to run the Python file. So once you have this file open, here you should put your Twilio number, and here you should put the number that you want to call. So let's test that. So once you wrote the right numbers here, you should just click on play and you should receive a call. Yep. Hello. Hey, I would like to order a pizza, please.
Sure. What type of chicken pizza would you like?
What kind of pizzas do you have?
We have barbecue, garlic, and chicken tikka pizza.
So it was actually just to test that it's working, and you can see that indeed it is working. Now every time you want to run your server again, you don't have to repeat all these steps again. I actually wrote a text file here called instructions to set server. Well, that was it guys for this video. Now you are ready to create some awesome AI voice bots using Retell AI. In case you're having trouble setting up your Retell AI server, don't hesitate to book a meeting with me through the calendar link in the description. And for now, I don't charge for that, but you gotta hurry up because I will soon start charging for the consulting fees because my calendar is almost full actually. Don't forget to like, subscribe and hit the notification bell because in the next videos, I'm gonna build some nice use cases using Retell AI for different niches. Cheers guys!